Hello and welcome back to Warriors HQ. Coming up on today's show, day 2 of the SP Energy Networks Warriors Championships. Brandon Thomson and Scott Cummings look forward to tonight's game against Connacht. But first, here's head coach Dave Rennie to talk you through the team he selected for tonight's game. Dave, you named your team to play Connacht. Let's start in the front row. Ollie Kebble back from illness.
Yeah, great to have the big man back. He missed Ospreys. He's been crook for about a month actually, and look, he's a beast. Great skill set and important man to have back in.
And it's a second row partnership that are quite familiar with each other now.
Yeah, really good to have Scott. He's been calling our line-outs, doing a really good job, and Swinner, he's a nuisance value. Great defensive, more wise, and look, we both got big tickers, a big work rate, so yeah, it was good for us.
Chris Fasaro back fit on open side, and Adam Ash and Rob Harley released by Scotland. That's a huge boost.
Yeah, obviously nice to have Fuzzy back in. Been out for a couple of weeks with injury, and Rob and Ashley, they've been putting in really good performances, and important to us, really experienced, and so it's great to have him back in the mix.
George Horn picked up an injury against Saracens, but he's back fit and he partners Brandon Thomson.
Yeah, nice to have him as well. Obviously with Ali going back into the Scottish camp, and Brandon's played a lot of footy for us recently and really experienced. So from a halves point of view, we've got a good pair there. And
Stephen McDowell and Paddy Kelly know each other very well from playing for Ayr. What are you expecting from them out there at Scotstoun?
Oh, we're really excited for those young fellas. Obviously, we've got a fair few midfielders playing for Scotland on the weekend, and so obviously Stafford's had about 9 or 10 starts for us now, and this is Paddy's. I think he's played 3 games, 3 cameos over the last couple of years, but his first start, and they're both really good kids, very fit, good skill sets, and so obviously the familiarity will be good for both of them.
And then finally in the back 3, Nico Matawalu back. That must be a boost. Yeah,
he got a concussion at training last week. Xander's first training back in, managed to kick Nico in the head, made a bit of contact work. So yeah, he missed last week, but he's good to go now, and so great to have him in there. And obviously the experienced Jacko and behind, and Costain, who had a really good debut last week, so we're keen to give him another crack.
You mentioned Xander there. His brother's back fit. What will he bring off the bench?
He's got a fair bit of X factor. Matt, really good feet, explosive and powerful, and he's missed the last 6 weeks or so. So look, we're stoked to have him back in. Originally the plan was next week, so with the injuries we got in loose forwards, it's a bit of a blessing to get him back a bit earlier. So looking forward to his impact.
15 teams took part on day 2 of the SP Energy Networks Warriors Championship at Scotstoun yesterday, with Lenzie Academy progressing to the semi-finals. Here's a look at the day's action.
Stuart, brings back memories when you first picked up a rugby ball?
Yeah, no, it's good to see everybody out there with a smile on their face and having some fun. And I think for me, I think I was about 4 or 5 years old when I first started playing, so back at local club in Hawick, and thoroughly enjoyed it, and that's the reason why we're here today.
Oh, it's just a good sport all round day, and as Hoggy said, you get to travel the world if you do well at it, but just the good times you get out on the pitch with people, and like we've created here, we've got a pretty good family in the Glasgow Warriors, so you'll see that on match days when everyone comes down here, and they've created a pretty good atmosphere as well, so yeah.
What attracted you to get into rugby?
I don't know, my dad is a coach, so my brother started playing, and then I got into it when I was primary 6. I just really enjoyed it.
My brother used to play, so I went along with him, and I was the only girl, but it was good fun.
Yeah, and what positions do you play?
I play 10 and 9.
10 and 9. Yeah, and why do you like these positions? Kind of a playmaker? Or?
I get to boss people about.
Yeah. And Stuart, just seeing the girls playing, the uptake in girls rugby in Scotland past few years is really encouraging, isn't it?
Yeah, it's massive for Scottish rugby. I think credit to the girls. They're doing a fantastic job. They're getting better year on year, and we've created a professional environment for the girls as well. So there's a handful of girls involved in that. So hopefully they can continue on the upward spiral, and things can only get better for them.
Yeah, and obviously the more girls that play rugby, the more that will improve the Scottish women's team as well, won't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is the future of Scottish rugby, and both boys and girls here today. So hopefully there's more pick-up rugby ball in the next few years, and we create a good environment for everybody.
And are you enjoying the event today?
Yeah.
And what do you enjoy about it?
Well, it's fun just meeting new people when we go to tournaments and doing the runs and tackling.
Some of your other friends who don't play rugby ask you why they should play. What would you say to them?
I'd just say just get into it and you'll enjoy it.
Colin, second time you've been competing in the SP Energy Networks Warriors Championship, and you qualified again. You must be delighted.
Yeah, we're really happy, especially with the progress from last year. Last year was great to go through, and it's great to be able to come back and do it again. And the kids absolutely love it. They're all so buzzing, so excited, so they're really enjoying it. And those that played last year were so looking forward to this year because they knew how good it would be, and to do it again is just great.
And you were saying the player numbers at Lenzie as well are increasing.
Yeah, last year was a case of just get the teams out and go, whereas this year it's been more a case of we might actually have to have a selection process in terms of we've got almost 20 in the squad, so we need to think who's going to come, who's not going to come. Which has made trainings really interesting because everyone's now desperate to come to training, and that's then helped build more buzz around rugby, and it's really helped to just pull that into the school, and then that lets us come out and do it on the pitch.
Scott Cummings made his 50th appearance for the club in last weekend's game against Cardiff Blues at the Arms Park, and Brandon Thomson signed a new 2-year contract this week. We spoke to both of them ahead of this weekend's game against Connacht.
So Brandon, you signed a new 2-year contract with the club. You must be delighted.
Yeah, very excited. Last 2 years have been great fun, or season and a half. I look forward to building on that with another 2 years.
You've been getting a bit more game time as well. You must be enjoying that too.
Yeah, definitely. Any rugby player, all he wants is game time, so being out on the pitch, being able to do what you love is always great.
Important win against Cardiff Blues there on Saturday, and another huge win on Friday night against Connacht.
Yeah, well, touch wood, we'll take the game as it comes along. Cardiff was good and bad at times, but good to come away with 5 points in the end.
And what are you hoping to achieve here at the Warriors over the next couple of years?
Just keep building on my own personal game. I feel it's been improved a lot, especially with the coaching staff we've got. Great boys around you left and right, which always makes it a bit easier. Try get a little bit more game time next season and just take it on from there.
Scott, a good win at the weekend, 5 points coming back from Cardiff. How important do you think that will be?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was a great win, but it was one of those that, you're sitting in the changing rooms after the game and you're coming away with 5 points, but you're not quite happy with how the game ended. So, those last sort of 10-15 minutes, that's not how we sort of want to finish games. We want to finish strong, and we never want to relax, which is probably something we did. But coming into this weekend, that's obviously a focus for us, putting in that full 80 minutes performance.
Sure, it's pretty entertaining from a neutral's perspective.
Yeah, that's probably not something we're thinking of, but yeah, obviously it was a really sort of high-scoring game. It was probably a great game to watch, but to be involved in those last 5 minutes probably wasn't a great game to be involved in. So yeah, it was obviously a really tough game, but I suppose in the end the 5 points is what matters. You move on from that and go on to Connacht, which is going to be another really tough game for us.
As you say, it's good to have some things that you can look back and work on ahead of Connacht on Friday night.
Yeah, definitely. If everything goes well, then you're sort of sitting there like, oh, what did you train this week? So, we know exactly what we need to do this week. We know Connacht are going to come and play really good. They're a great side. They play a good brand of rugby, so it's going to be a tough game.
You can listen to full interviews with Scott and Brandon on this week's episode of Warriors Weekly. Now, earlier in the week, we launched the 2019 Glasgow Warriors Awards Dinner, which will once again be sponsored by the Malcolm Group, and will be held on May the 1st at the Radisson Blu Hotel in Glasgow. We went along to the launch to speak to George Horn and Andrew and Donald Malcolm.
How excited are you that you're involved in sponsoring the Glasgow Warriors Awards Dinner once again?
Yeah, it's great for the Malcolm Group and the team here at Malcolm's as well. This will be our 5th year of sponsoring the Awards Dinner. It's a great night, good fun, mixed with some good laughter as well, so it's, yeah, looking forward to it.
It's fantastic. Obviously this is the 5th year that we've been sponsoring the dinner, and it's been growing every year. I think regularly they're bringing in about 500 guests or more now, which is fantastic. and it's a great opportunity for everyone involved in Warriors to get together and celebrate the successes of the team and also the individuals involved as well. So it's a fantastic night. We're very proud to be a part of it.
So George, we're here launching this year's awards dinner. It was a great night for you last year. You must be looking forward to it again?
Yeah, last year was a really special season, obviously the first one in the full-time pro setup, so yeah, I really enjoyed it and it was a great night had by all, I think, so yeah, really looking forward to it.
You've been a sponsor of the club for a very long time as well. How important is that for you as an organisation?
Very important. It's obviously a fantastic tool for promoting the company, and we've made many links with other companies across Scotland, and we enjoy being part of the Warriors. I think this is the 9th season we're coming into now, so it's been a fantastic relationship and one we will look to continue in the future as well.
And an exciting time of the season as well as we sort of approach the running, the sort of business end, if you like.
Yeah, very much so. Well, again, the boys have certainly given us a lot of good interest in good rugby in the first part of the season. Here's hoping they can keep the game up and come out victorious at the end.
Thanks again for watching Warriors HQ, and you can get us here at the same time next week.